Hello, everybody. We are live. Let me give it a minute until it pops up on YouTube, as usual. This should be fun. Oh, here we go. YouTube. Okay. Hello. Hi, Beth. Hello. I love this. Just finished the last line a minute ago.
1 minute
Down
ago.
to the wire. Good timing. Also finished a couple hours ago. I love it.
I finished like a half an hour to 20 minutes ago.
Nice. Yeah, I guess I finished, I don't know, a day and a half ago. But for me, that's like, I was like, oh no. This is my planner self. Hi from Australia. Awesome. So yeah, we're going to talk about Lovesick Braves, book 2 in the Crooked Rock series. And yeah, it was fun. Still reading.
This was just, I had a better time this time than I did last time.
Me too. Yeah, no, I did too. I think because a lot of the groundwork was already laid for like what the center is, and so it didn't spend as much time on that. That works. 5 stars. I love it. I love it. Hey, Arnie. Oh, yes. Can we talk about Arnie and the professor? She is something else.
Yeah, I did not like her. I just got really sketch vibes.
Like, is she really a Katie or is she a Karen?
It felt very I don't know, just from like, I don't know. So what do we rate? We can talk about that, but what are we gonna rate this?
I gave it 4.5.
I'm probably gonna give it, that's about the same, but I'm gonna round to like 4 stars on Goodreads.
I rounded to 5. I always round up. So
it didn't quite hit that 5-star for me.
No, yeah, it didn't quite get there for me either. But I just, especially for indie authors and stuff, like I always round up. So
I like that. I'm trying to get to my bookmarks, but I'm like, how do I do this again? Is that it?
So yeah.
But
oof, I know, right? Yes. As soon as she was like, "Hey Theo, why aren't you doing something more native?" Red flag. Yeah. Same. Yep.
Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, I was trying to bring up like the highlights. Yeah. Yeah. Also I did not like her. Like when she was like, "Oh, well, where are you from?" And I'm like,
yeah,
where's your family from? And I'm like,
there was so much of her behavior was just really kind of gross.
I hope you do something with your heritage. Oh yeah, same.
Okay, I can see that. I still liked it. Like I thought it was cute, but that's so funny. You don't like it? I don't. That's hilarious. I don't mind that. I thought they were cute together, and I liked both of them as characters so much, and I liked their little like friendship turned romance. And
oh yeah, I mean like that. I liked them as I could believe them as a couple, but I just wish that they had more foundation before things got.
Yes, I can see that.
The slight spiciness of the.
Okay, so this was my biggest critique of the book. Man thing.
Man bits, lady bits.
Man,
yeah,
like
just
on
call
multiple,
it what
just
it
call
is.
it what it is. Like you should like multiple times, like, oh, your man thing. I'm like, who calls that a man thing? Like, what? What are we doing here?
I was like, Pamela, have you had a lot of experience in your life? Like, just say
say it. Just say it. Like,
you
we're already here.
Written with somebody, something.
Oh gosh. Man thing was not. Look, and even if you want to use a euphemism, like, don't use man thing. Like, what? What is that? That was not a good choice.
Yeah, the love scenes are very clunky. Like
Yeah.
from the last one to where they're like naming their positions with weird other native things to like man bits. Like,
No. I'm like,
listen, it's a
it's
good
like you
joke.
tried. Oh gosh. Yeah, I didn't like probably my least favorite part was the steamy scenes. I also just like some of the progression of how things happened. I was like,
He was thirsty. Like he was thirsty right away from the get go.
yeah, sounds very 1950s.
Listen, I would have preferred 1950s because at least there'd be some like yearning or some tension or something.
Yeah, I did like the use of the only one bed trope though. I was like, props on that. That was very good.
I love how he
I
was just
like
like,
it.
I'm not sleeping on the
Hey.
floor.
Yeah, that was cute. Like, but neither are you. But you can be under the sheet. It'll be fun. Yeah, like good use of the only one bed trope. Like that was good. But like, yeah. So it didn't get 5 stars for me, mostly because the steamy scenes were not great.
Very cringy.
Very cringy. But the rest of it I liked.
You could see she tried,
We
but
tried.
like it was just kind of like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I don't like what I guess what else stood out to you? Because there was I feel like a lot happened in this book.
A lot happened. How many pages even is it? Because
It's
like
not that long.
The
It's like
Kindle version will
250.
not tell you, like, doesn't tell you how many pages it
It's
is.
like 245. So it's not very long. But a lot
Okay.
happens for 245 pages.
I'm gonna write that down really quick because I have no clue. It just said it does that whole location, blah 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that. I'm gonna write stuff down. Okay.
Yeah.
The how I liked Esther for how she like her not only her personality but like her body shape,
Mm,
because she said Esther was mostly shaped like a boy except for her breasts. Her body was all limbs and no shape except for the two that poked out in front. Nothing looked good on her. And I was like, so does that mean she's like, for me, that was like, I was imagining her with like broad shoulders and
mhm.
like a broad frame, but I don't know if she was like actually thick or what, or
Yeah.
because that's what it sounded like, but I didn't want
Well,
to.
that's interesting because, like, I guess I was thinking of her as kinda like, one of those, like, athletic, like, plays lacrosse or soccer girls, you know what I mean?
Oh,
That's what I had in my head.
okay.
Yeah.
And she's short from what it sounded
Yeah,
like shorter.
with lots of, like, curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot how pushy Rayanne was. So like every time she said
She's
something or like
very
jabbed,
pushy.
I was like, listen, I'm gonna fight you in the parking lot. You gotta lay off my girl Esther. Like,
Oh, man.
I
I
was
love
getting mad.
I also thought it was funny how the condom treasure chest made another appearance, and it was, like, half gone. Like, at the beginning of book 1 of the series, it had never been opened, and now where it's half gone, getting passed on. It's like, that's so weird.
And Henry was very ooga booga over her. Yes, it
Mhm,
was
mhm, mhm.
interesting.
Yeah. Um, that's so funny, Kara. Yeah, I mean, I am very invested in the center getting funding and stuff, and, like, all the side plots of, like I was so mad at her roommate's girlfriend, who was
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, and, like, she didn't do anything for so long, and I was like, "Stand up for yourself. Come on." Like, it's clear there's something wrong here. I was very invested in, like, all the subplots of the story.
Same. Same.
Yeah. But the city building, I know. I feel like we're not gonna get the city building till book 4. That's what I'm guessing. Like, I feel like that's the overarching plot. I'm so mad at the city too, like, they're not even, like, listening to them.
They're just like, it's just because it's not for everybody. It's only for natives that I'm just like, no.
Yeah. All the, oh yeah, all the glow in the dark. Like, okay. Why would you even say that? Like, why would you say, oh, by the way, there used to be glow in the dark condoms in here, but they're all gone? Like, why would you feel the need to even, like, if they're all gone, like, why would you feel the need to bring it up in the first place? It's
awkward.
So weird. It's so awkward. Oh my gosh. Yes, the roommate thing was stressing me out too. Yes. Like, how do you do that? Who does that? Do people actually do crap like that? Like, just
People
like,
steal from each other all the time.
oh my God.
Like, there was one time where somebody, like, one of my cousins had somebody over, and, like, they even stole her laundry soap. Yeah. Why the laundry soap?
I don't, oh
They
my,
really needed the detergent, I guess. I don't know.
wow. Okay.
So yeah, they do. Some people will just steal whatever just because they can.
That's a mess.
I would have punched her in the face.
She kept like assuming she was wrong, like she made a mistake. I'm like, girl, no, you clearly did not make a mistake here. Like, this is not you.
I just love how she was trying so hard to give her the benefit of the doubt. She was trying so hard to be nice too. It was just like, like she just wanted to be happy for Dennis.
She's trying to get the rent money. It was so weird because I was like at first I was like, is she just trying to get her to move out so she can move in with the boyfriend? But then she was stealing stuff. I don't know. It was a whole mess. What? What is wrong with people? Like, oh my gosh. Also, like, honestly, I think I have probably more empathy for people who like are in need and steal from corporations than people who steal from other people. You know what I mean? Like,
the corporation's not going to notice if that
I
stuff
mean,
is
I do
missing.
not advocate this. You should not do that, period. However, like, if people are like of the like lesser of two evils, you know?
I watched this one person who dumpster dives for fruit and like distributes it amongst people who need it and stuff. I do not advocate for that as well, but that's a very nifty idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, the professor was really cringy. Like,
Yes.
like,
yeah. Oh, she was the worst. Yeah. And everybody thought she was so amazing. I kind of loved the whole thing though of Esther making her own movie and it ends up being better than the one that the fancy professor put together. Like, that whole arc was cool. And I think it was, oh, okay, this is what I wanted to say about the book. I like the fact that it's centering characters who are financially unstable and having them find love, because I do think that that's the reality for a lot of people at that age, like in their 20s. Um, and like, things aren't perfect. It's not like a, perfect fantasy and they've got a lot to figure out and they're working multiple jobs and stuff. But like, I don't know. I liked that. I liked that.
I like that too, because I feel like mainstream romance is very much about like, oh, they have a job as a publicist, or oh, they have a job in a big building and they make six figures and they can afford to do all of these things and go to all these places, whereas they got a hotel for the night and she's like, I'm broke, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I can do it, it just would suck.
Yeah And then, things like he's like, oh, it would be nice to hang out longer, but I have to go work my other job now. Like, I've got like, and they figured it out. I like it a lot.
It was really cute to see the scenes where she goes to the club and like sees him as a bouncer. What was really sad was how she was like, yeah, well, me and Rand used to go, but now we don't because she has Henry. And I'm like, I felt that in my soul.
It's hard. Like, new relationships kind of take up your whole life for a
bubble.
while. That's normal. But yeah. Yes, Kara. Yes. I wanted that too. Like, I was kind of pissed off that Arnie never called her on any of her crap, basically. Like, yeah. Yes, I agree. Yes. I liked it. I liked that she kind of did that. Maybe. Maybe.
Because she was so centered about finding people on a reservation.
Well,
Living under one roof.
but she wanted a certain narrative, like the whole thing of her focusing on things being shabby or broken and the crying kid. Like it's kind of gross, but it's like, yeah, look at these. I don't know. It makes me think
Where
of
she
like,
was like, should we do something? Like, no, the kid just got hurt. Everything's gonna be fine.
and then you use it to like make it look like, oh, they're so sad and poor, and like oh, okay, like this is the narrative we're going with. It's sort of like, I don't know that I don't know if they still do this so much anymore, but growing up they would always have those like commercials about like feeding children in Africa with these like really sad kids, and I don't know. I just think like that whole narrative of like, oh, like you can be the like savior for these people. I don't know.
I think it was one of the women in journalism. It was either, I can't remember if it was Barbara Walters, Katie Couric, or somebody else, but they like went to this reservation here in South Dakota and they interviewed this one kid and like showed how desolate it was and things like that. And
Mhm.
like he was talking about how he wants to be this, I can't remember what he wanted to be, but like I looked him up on Facebook and he like was living somewhere completely different, and like it was just for the sake of like going there and like filming a desolate place, you know.
Yeah. Hmm.
It was weird.
That is weird.
Also, I like Esther because I think I want to say like it sounded like she had like some kind of social anxiety.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Because the whole like three things
Oh
to
yeah.
like come up with conversation
Mhm.
like that, I related to that for sure.
Yeah. No, I get that. Especially if you're like in a situation where you don't have a topic you're talking like topics to talk about. This is why like book meetups are easy for me because like, oh, we can talk about books, but like random people socializing, like
Just a lot of sitting and
yeah,
nodding and like
like what can I talk about? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I think that's accurate.
I really also like the viewpoint that they have on fry bread. Like in chapter 7, I highlighted the what's wrong with fry bread, Theo asked. Not healthy, not traditional. Part of our mission is fighting cultural stereotypes. It's like I don't believe I don't believe that. Every native that I know has some type of fried bread, fried dough thing.
Mhm. I've heard people say that like some people do, like I don't know, but like what I've heard people say is that some people don't like it because the reason that originated was from rations given by like colonizing forces with flour and stuff. Um, but you know, like how you want to handle that, I think like it has it, but I think like to your point too, like it has now become a part of. So I don't know. I don't like. I think people have to probably decide how they feel about it, but.
Oh yeah, everybody has their thing.
Mhm.
Um
Yeah. Yes. It's not a terrible idea, actually.
Also the
I should
matching
start doing that.
underwear thing.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I
Yeah.
was like, Ran, you're so mean, man.
I guess I feel for her because like I was a Rayanne.
I just like don't see you that way. So I was like,
Well, I've toned down a lot over the years. I've learned, but I used to be a Rayanne. I don't do that so much anymore, but I was. Oh man, yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
and then right around Christmas, St. Joseph's Indian School from South Dakota starts sending out things to people, and I'm
I
just like,
know.
it's still a school. It's a Catholic school. You can. Somebody was like, "Is it okay if I donate there?" And like, it's up to you. Like, I'm not your mom. Whatever
I'm
you
not
want
sure.
to do.
Look, you know what? That's also what's probably made me less of Rayanne. I now am a mom, 2 children. I don't need to be everybody's mom anymore.
One of my aunts is a Rayanne, so like, I get
Okay.
it.
Yeah, yeah. I just like I've learned to let things go, but I have empathy for it. Yeah, I would like to try fry bread too, actually, because I mean, what
It's really
it
good.
sounds
It's really
good.
good. I mean,
Yeah,
you could put melted chocolate on it if you want to.
it sounds. I
You
mean, that
could do like
sounds
a
good.
non-traditional donut. That's totally fine.
Why not?
Some people put powdered sugar on them. Some people eat them with honey. Some
Yeah.
people eat them with peanut butter.
When I was a kid and our family was struggling financially, dessert would be like bread or a tortilla with butter and sugar and cinnamon. Like that was
You had your homemade cinnamon roll.
mhm.
Yes, I
Mhm.
got you.
Yep.
Mine was like, sometimes we go get these box, like the canned goods and stuff like that. And sometimes they would have like this cringy knockoff cereal. And it was like, yes, sugary cereal
We
that
a
has
oh,
been expired for a while. We're
look.
good.
Look. You know what? Our okay. Oh, this is bringing back memories. Shoot. Yeah, I so we never got store brands, like name brand cereal except for on our birthdays. Like if it was your birthday, you got to pick a box of name brand cereal.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a gift.
Otherwise, it was like the bags of the off brands. Like it didn't come in boxes. It was in bags. Like,
If you had anything name brand, you felt super cool.
oh yeah. It's great. It's like, you want Lunchables? What? Is it your birthday? No. Oh man. Yeah. What was I? Oh yeah. Okay. This makes sense.
I love when she makes fry bread. It looks so delicious. I wish I could have some.
Kim, you should try maybe just do because like one thing you could do is for like different steps, just do like a 30-second clip of each step. You know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily have to film the whole thing, but just like film like a little snippet of it so people can get like a view into it. I think that would be cool to see though, like if you feel up to it. I think it would be awesome. I'd be curious.
I would personally love that. If I ever get over there, that's the first place I'm going. Just hanging out on her couch, just stuffing my face. That's what I plan to do.
I love it. It's awesome. Um trying to think like what else I wanted to talk about with this. It was like it was so always like the first time we switched perspectives to Linda, it was really disorienting too, like the way it just kind of was like, and we're gonna have. So I guess that's the thing that'll care. Are they book 4? Is it like they get together in book 4 or something?
I I
I
have
don't know.
I have no clue.
I don't know how I feel about it because I don't like Arnie very much. Like I feel
I
like
mean,
Linda deserves better.
yeah, like I could feel like I think he just thinks that because they didn't get together right away that like they're not meant to be together, but it's like, dude, you just got to open your eyes and like get your head out of your butt.
Yeah. You think they're book 4. Maybe book 3 will like figure it out. I don't know.
Book 3 is Tommy, I think.
This makes sense. I mean, I guess one thought, Kim, is you could also just like point the camera at your hands, like at what you're doing. Like you don't have to film your faces. Anyway, but you do what works for you, whatever
The
works
only
for
time
you.
it gets really complicated is when your hands are like full of flour and whalen dough and stuff. That's what, because you can do like the mixing part or like whatever, but when it comes to like the getting your hands in there, that's when it gets complicated. So I can see what she's saying.
I get it. You just need like a
You'd have to have your
tripod. You'd have
daughters
to have
help
like
you.
and you'd have to have like a tripod or something, like pointing the camera. Anyway, I'm like, if I was there, I could just like film it for you, Kim, instead do the whole stuff.
I'd be so jealous. I'd be like, I wish I was there.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, is Tommy book 3? Okay, that's fun. I am
Yeah.
very invested in what's going to happen in this series. I was telling Michelle before we went live, like I really want to read the rest of the books. I'm like, I want to see them like finally get their building and yeah.
I also really like Tommy. He is like a little bit of an unknown. Like, how old is he again? Like, he's in his 30s, right?
Something like that. I don't know. I kind of like that too, that we've got like a range of ages in this.
Yeah, like Esther's like
Cool.
25. And I was like, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
If
Have to
only.
make it over there. Oh man. Yeah, that's true. I did like that at the end. And I'm excited for Theo that he's got all these new opportunities opening up for him. It's cool.
There's always that one uncle that tries to help you. So I totally get that.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked this too. Oh, I love this. You read like the whole series. I love that we got someone started and then she just like read the whole thing. That's awesome.
We need to try to get Aaron on at least once.
Yes. That would be awesome. Yeah,
But
we
I definitely like this book a lot more than I liked the one before it.
I did too. Sure. I liked it better too. I think it's more streamlined. It's not doing so many things because a lot of the stage is set already. And yeah, I liked it better too. This was funny when Esther said, "You're so mysterious. We thought you lived somewhere weird like a treehouse or something." That was funny. I would love to. Where Kim, where are you at anyway? I know somewhere in the west.
Arizona?
Arizona.
Right?
It sounds right. That would be fun. Maybe one day. I'll be in Colorado next summer for a little while.
Oh.
My
What are you doing there?
family stuff. It's for my dad's 60th birthday.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're doing like a thing. Yes. Well, I think their story seems to be spanning the whole series, and it sounds like book 4 is when they finally get together. So I think we're going to keep following them, waiting for book 4. Okay. Love it. Yeah, I liked this better than the first one
I
too.
think
And
it's just the fact that they have that relationship that she thinks that he's some player, and so that's why she just doesn't go after him, or she doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
There's a miscommunication there. There's something just not lacing together.
Yep. They need to have a conversation. Yeah. Oh, and that is one thing that was a little unsatisfying. That was never resolved between them in this book. So I hope that thread is not dropped in book 3. Arizona. Okay. It would be fun. It's like we're all scattered all over the country, so.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm technically closer, but I mean, like, not really.
It's hard. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if they ever do BookCon again, people will come visit me.
That would be nice. That'd be so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be fun. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree, which not every series does that well. Like there's a lot of like interesting dynamics and side characters, and I think it's a really good series so far.
Yeah, I also like the way that things are coming together. Like in the first book I was kind of confused, but now I'm like, I don't know, this is a lot better.
Hmm.
I'm looking through my highlights to like,
Yeah,
so I highlighted a lot of stuff this time.
good. The book with Arnie and Linda was so frustrating. That does not surprise me. Honestly. Oh, yeah, that does not surprise me at all.
Oh yeah, there was that part where Professor Stone, because they can't afford to feed themselves, Professor Stone asked, because it's a part of our culture to take care of our elders, Esther said, not able to prevent a tart tone from creeping into her voice. I would have I would have a tart tone with her too.
Yeah, and she just, like, brushes it all off. It's like if things don't fit the narrative she has in her head, she's just like, "Mm." I'm like, "Why don't you have cultural dancers at your lunch?"
Yikes.
Uh, oh my gosh. Beth, come see New York and can have coffee and go book shopping. It'll be great.
There'd be so much book shopping to do. Oh my
There's
gosh.
a
I
lot of
probably have
great
to send it back.
yeah, there are so many good bookstores here. I'm spoiled.
Mine were like parts of the humor, but also people getting on my nerves.
I can tell you what he saw in her. She was hot and smart. That's it.
Linda's smart.
And she's working on Rayanne's trying to get her in cuter clothes, so I don't know. He's clearly into her, but they just have so many communication issues. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Arnie yet, so we'll see if he can more fully redeem himself through the series.
I felt bad for Theo for when he was being like stereotyped for his like the way he looked and like
Yeah,
his intimidating stature and stuff.
yeah. I don't think that's that uncommon. Yeah, I felt for him too. It's like he had a lot more going on than people gave him credit for. Yeah. Well, and that okay, it really bothered me too. He had this whole project that he had worked hard on, and the professor called it lazy. And I was like, I'm like, that feels like a microaggression. I,
Yeah, it felt like a microaggression to me too.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm looking through my highlights because I highlighted so much. I didn't realize how much was in here.
that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It sounds very frustrating. Yep. She's not smart. She's intelligent. Yes. True, Beth. Thank you. Good. Arnie needs to crawl in Legos together. Like,
Why would I totally see that happening.
yeah. This bugged me a lot too. Like, and you're like, and the fact that she was like, well, like I'll give you extra credit if you do XYZ, and then still thought he wasn't doing enough when he was taking all this time off. That did really
And
bother me.
still like failed him. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel like I mean, there are professors like that, but I guess I also feel like there's a lot of professors who will really work with their students and like want their students to succeed, you know?
There
This
are.
was
I had this one government professor where I was failing his class. He literally sent me an email. He was like, "You're failing my class. Show up to this thing." And
Mhm.
it's basically the answers to the final. I passed the final.
Look, I mean, I don't like I think good professors don't like they want their students to succeed and they're willing to work with you and they understand extenuating circumstances and yeah. I mean, within reason. Like, it's one thing if people are taking advantage of it, but like he's not. I don't know. Anyway, yes, and this she knew he was going to lose his financial aid and was like, not my problem.
But it's like he literally did all of this stuff for you.
Yeah. Yes, and this too, when it was good work. Yeah. And you're gonna fail him? I mean, yeah, maybe don't give him an A, but like you're just gonna fail him? Really? I think this is yes. It felt like she
Absolutely.
was using him. Yeah. Ooh. Yep.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Yep.
I just got to my highlight of the man bit thing.
That was so bad. I was like, excuse me, ma'am. Like, can we not call it a man thing? Can we never do that again? Oh, we're doing it again the next paragraph. Oh, good.
It was, and then she said, "Stay there and look pretty. I'm about to have my way with you."
Oh, it was yeah. The love scenes were not good.
It was like so little, like this much foreplay, and then sex,
Yeah.
and then that was it.
Yeah. And she was just like, "Oh, this is great." And I was like, "Is it though? Isn't that great?"
I would have been like, "Is that it?" Like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
it's fine.
Yep.
And then the whole like, "Will you be my boyfriend? Will you be my girlfriend? Are we in like 7th grade here?"
I know. I was like, y'all are 25.
That's why the miscommunication made me so mad, because it's like y'all are in your like 25
Yeah.
to like 40s.
Yes, I agree. Cuz she does the build up fine. Like she can do tension and kissing okay, but like yeah, she needs to either like take a class on how to write good sex scenes or do fade to black. Yeah.
Like either give me the smut or just go
Yeah.
to the next thing and be like, and then they were getting dressed again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did do more of a fade to black in book 1. I think you know what? I guess that's fair. Maybe this was her first attempt. Maybe they get better. For those who have read the whole series, do the sex scenes get better? Like, cuz maybe this was the first time she'd like done this. Yeah, that was not the highlight of the book.
I felt really bad for Dennis though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Esther though made me laugh. If you like clips of elders getting interrupted while they're eating, then yes, today was a win.
Whew. She can be
I highlighted
spicy
so
sometimes.
much.
I love it. That is true. Yes. That's true. Come on, the fade to black, you be jumping up and down. This is true. It's true. Look, it's true. But I do think they could be better. Don't remember, but don't think so. Well, okay.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I would take just like a mediocre scene that's like nothing special but not cringy, you know? Like that would be good.
Like just give me some more of the tension, and like,
Mhm.
and then move to the next chapter where they're like getting dressed. Then I'd be like, "Oh, okay, okay."
Yeah. Straight jump from clothes drop to after snuggles. There you go.
That sounds way better.
Yeah.
What did we think of the like 3rd act breakup thing?
Oh, they always do that.
I thought it was really mean.
Interesting.
Like he's like he said some mean stuff, but like all of the things that he said were true. Like he just wanted her to like fess up to her being mistreated, but
Mhm.
then the way that he went about it was just like she I don't think that she pushed him. He was already on the edge, and
Yeah.
then he just like snapped and then just like word vomited everywhere.
Yeah. I guess I feel like um I don't know. Like I do feel like most, not all maybe, but I do feel like most relationships hit a point where you have something like that, like a big conflict. And usually it's like right at the point that the relationship is really getting serious, like where it's becoming something more than just like casual. And so I guess I'm not so bothered by it. Like, was it mean? Yeah, but they both were mean and they apologized later. And I guess I don't think it's that unusual to have something like that in a relationship around that point. Like it wasn't for me, it wasn't like anything unforgivable, but yeah, I mean, I'm glad they apologized.
Oh yeah, me too. It's just the fact that they went, like it just went so, um, not aggressive, but like not. It was that like ugly
Yeah. Which happens.
something.
I don't know. I mean, there's something about that though. Like you hit a point where like you see, I don't know, and I guess you like for a relationship to really last, like you do need not all the time, but like I feel like there's a point at which you see the worst of each other, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Hmm.
like that shouldn't if that's all the time or if that is ongoing, then there's a problem. But like I don't think it's uncommon for there to be like a moment of that, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, Calvin has seen me scream over chicken nuggets. So yeah. Actually, it was barbecue sauce, and I was 9 months pregnant. So
Look, I think like we've all had our moments. It's just like we hope we learn from them and they are few and far between, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it was brief. Like it wasn't um
same,
yeah,
same.
yeah. They're a lot.
Maybe it would be. Isn't Jane
Yeah.
Austen like a third act breakup person?
Mm, not really.
Because I mean, isn't a third act breakup just based on miscommunication?
I don't think she really does breakups like that though. Like it's like there might be a conflict in the middle of the book where like that keeps them from getting together at that point, but it's not usually like a breakup in that way. I don't know. So yeah, usually that's not her structure, but yeah.
I haven't read anything from Jane Austen, so
There you go. I do like Jane Austen. Yeah, I think it's also though different because socially it's like courtship, and so like it's like the slow movement to this is accurate. Blame it on the
oh,
Brontes. Yes,
okay,
this is accurate.
I'll remember
Like
that.
Jane Eyre has a third act breakup. Like yes, yep.
I've never read it, but I have it.
I love it.
Really?
I love it. It's one of my favorite books.
Is Wuthering Heights from a Bronte too?
Yeah, it's from one of the sisters. Yep. Yeah. I mean, all three of them wrote good books.
Okay.
Actually, okay, I'm so excited. Tasha Suri next year is coming out with a retelling of Wuthering Heights, like a YA with I am over the
I
moon.
saw the cover. I
I'm
was like,
so excited.
I'm here for it.
Well,
Let's pre-order it.
what's cool about it is that in the text in Wuthering Heights, like it is a valid reading that y'all help me with the name. What's the dude? I'm wanting to say Rochester, but that's
Heathcliff?
the wrong book. Heathcliff, thank you. Heathcliff, the way he's described in the book is probably like South Asian or Middle Eastern. And so I love that in her retelling, she's making him like canonically from India. It's gonna be so good. I am like, oh my, yes. I like the fact that Tasha Suri is doing. I am so excited. Hashtag blame it on the Brontes. I love this. Yes. Y'all didn't. Yes. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? Because I can, I'm going to find it and I will show it to you all. Hold on. because you should see the beauty. Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. So I really liked Wuthering Heights, but like the melodrama and angst, I was here for it. The thing is that Wuthering Heights is not a romance. It is a gothic story, but it is not a romance. And I think the people who get annoyed at it are like, it's so toxic. I'm like, yeah, it's toxic. It's supposed to be toxic. It's not a romance. Okay. Asha Suri, where is your book? I will show everyone so you can all enjoy it with me, because she did like the cover reveal, and I was like, her books are so good. Also, she's on TikTok and is wonderful on TikTok if you're on there, so you should definitely follow her.
I will check it out after this because I'm using my iPad.
You're good. Okay, let me share my screen. There it is, folks. What souls are made of. Like, is it not beautiful?
It looks absolutely gorgeous.
It's so beautiful. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, so 2022. It's going to be good. Anyway. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Did she? Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, did she write anything else? Okay.
Wuthering Heights is like creepy and melodramatic and angsty. Yeah, Kara. Yes, that's exactly it. Like when people talk about why they hate it, I'm like, you're not wrong. That is in there. I just love it. So, yes. Yeah, I mean, Jane Eyre is my favorite also, Beth. I love Jane Eyre, but I really like Wuthering Heights as well. The cover is beautiful. Right?
That's the same with the retelling for Little Women too.
Yes, which is very good. Very good. What is that one? Oh God, I read it.
Check your Goodreads.
Right, yeah, I know. It's Goodreads by Brittany C. Morrow. Come on. I must be spelling her name wrong. Oh gosh, somebody's on here. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Oh, excuse the siren here. So many beginnings. Oh, somebody put it. Yes, so many beginnings. The cover for that is beautiful also. Here, let's put this up too. Why not? Ooh, and we're getting a big version of this too. Okay, great. I love it when like Goodreads decides to like actually have a large cover. I mean,
I love that.
it's so good, right? It's a good retelling of Little Women, a good remix. It's the choices she made are very interesting. And I'm a fan of the original, so like it was really interesting to see what she did. Like
I still
Beth,
haven't read the original.
Okay. I grew up reading it. I read a lot of classics when I was young though, but I always loved Little Women. But yeah, in So Many Beginnings, instead of like dying of whatever it is she dies of in the original book, Beth has sickle cell. They don't have a name for it because it was before that was like a name for it, but like you can tell if you know like the symptoms. She has Beth have sickle cell, which is interesting. Yeah, it's good. Yes, do it. Oh,
Nice.
I love that. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy all these books are getting published. Awesome.
Me too.
Yeah. Did you have anything else? I know you had all of your like all the highlights from
I
Lovesick
kind
Braves.
of went through all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
And some of them I highlighted just for the sake of like, oh, I want to remember this later.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was like, oh, this person's making me mad, or aw. There was a lot of aw in there. But
It
yeah,
was
I'm
cute.
excited to see what happens between Tommy and whoever. Because he really deserves to find somebody good.
I know. Well, and the fact that he's the one too writing like the halfway house thing. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I know. I like that it's dealing, like it's dealing with a lot of like big issues, but in the context of romances, which I think is cool. And I don't know. It seems interesting also to that this is like really about the urban experience.
Yes.
Which seems like a whole different thing. I do want to read the other ones. Kim has tossed around the idea of hosting us on her channel from Native Lady Book Warrior next year.
So we'll see what happens, because
we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm.
We also have the Mattawapet family, and we also have the other family, from
Robin
Covington's
or something.
Yeah.
Or Thunder. I don't remember something.
I don't know where my
Yes.
book is.
So yeah, we have other series to finish, but I'm very invested in this. I definitely want to finish it. Red Hawk, thank you. The Red Hawk. I was like red something bird. I was close. It's the Red Hawk series.
It was something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what our plans are. I hope you guys are enjoying like doing Indigathon. Michelle, how is that going? I know you're like co-hosting it.
So far I've read gonna be 11 books.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
most of them are
impressive.
kids books, but
hey, that's okay.
We're
Highlights?
still going. What?
Any highlights of like favorite things you've read?
Notable Native People. It's a nonfiction, and it's like picture and then text. Picture text. Like I found a rapper. His name is Frank Walm, and he took the song. What Makes the Red Man Red from Peter Pan, and like turned it into like a rap song. It's really good. It's on Spotify.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, that's cool. That's great.
And then
yes, do it, Kim. Invite us over. We'll share your live and make it happen.
Be so good.
Just let me know. I'll buy the book and let's do it. 6. I love it. Man, you guys are doing so good. I'm impressed. My reading has been slow this month for me. Like just in general.
What's slow? Like 4 books, 5 books?
Okay, well, let me preface this by saying, like, like I typically by now would have read over 20 books. And I think I've read, let me check for sure. Hold on. I read 16.
Okay, that is slow.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the 22nd.
I
normally would have read. It's slow for me.
You would have been on like book 25, 26.
Oh, well, or at least like 22 or something. But yeah, it's been a slow month for me. And that's with like yesterday I finished 3 books I was in the middle of. So like before yesterday it was 13.
I don't know how you do it. No TV, obviously. Yeah. Audiobooks, but like that's dedication.
I don't know. I mean, it's my job too. Yeah. But I like it. It's just been slow. This is interesting.
That happens a lot with like academic white men writing Indigenous fiction. I was like, oh no. So I'll be like standing in the library holding this book and like looking it up really quick.
We will come. Kim, you let me know. We'll make it happen. But yeah, I think I had like, I mean, my mid-month wrap-up was rough because I had like 2 big books that I was like, oh my God, I'm going to love these books. And they were not.
Oh no.
It's like 2 and 2.5 stars, which, yeah, it's been, oh, I've had a lot of like, it's fine. It's like things have been better. Like I'm reading stuff I like right now. It's just been made it for a slower reading month. But this was great. I'll catch up. I started this. The Hogfather by Terry Pratchett. It's like a Discworld Christmas book. Have you heard of Discworld?
What's Discworld
Your
again?
face. Okay, so Terry Pratchett was really well known for doing these kind of like tongue-in-cheek fantasy books called Discworld. You might enjoy that. They have like a lot of puns and stuff in them.
I think you told me about this.
Probably, because I've read one before. This is my second book by him I've read. So I'm doing it for a podcast episode, but it's so in this world, instead of Santa Claus, there's the Hogfather, and he's like Santa, except his sleigh is pulled by 4 large pigs.
Oh, okay.
And so I think somebody tries to like assassinate him, and so then Death, who is personified, ends up taking over that year for the Hog.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm reading this so far.
That's interesting.
It's interesting, but so
Definitely
far it's
not
like,
the worst or weirdest thing I've ever heard of.
It's strange, but there's a lot of like wordplay and like funny characters. I don't know. It's been entertaining. So Discworld, yes. It's only my second book, but I like, especially if you like puns, he does a lot of word humor. Which I kind of think is funny. It is weird though. It is. It's very convoluted, so I don't think it'd be everybody's cup of tea. But anyway, and then I'm rereading *The Stone Sky* by N.K. Jemisin.
Oh,
It's so good. I love it. So yeah, so reading's getting better. I'm so impressed though. Like you've read like that many. My Indigenous reading has not been that high. I think I've read 3 books so far, which isn't terrible. Like out of how many I've read, like I've read 3 books by Indigenous authors. I read the new Darcy Little Badger.
I have not yet. I have it. It's on my list. Like I have like 7 books that I want to read by the end of the month. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Am I going to try? Yeah.
Do what you can. I have one other book officially on my TBR for Indigathon. So, I read. It was pretty short. I read Nature Poem
by Tommy
really
Pico.
Good. Yeah, it was.
I
really
heard
good.
that he's really good. That's also at my library. I read An American Sunrise by Joy Harjo, which I like that one. I don't remember too much about it, but like there's just like her wording is really good.
Uh-huh.
I think the only flop that I had, but I still rated it 5 stars, was Heartberries by Therese Marie Mailhot, and that was just because the content, because it's about essay and like the things like that, like really heavy subjects, were just not. I had been warned multiple times, but I was just like, it's gonna be fine. I'm okay right now. And then I started reading it, but there was just like, it was like jumpy, and like there were some flashbacks, and like for my ADHD addled brain, I was like, I cannot keep up with this. It's not bad, but it's not like for me.
I hear you. Yeah. Yes. Look. So Friday night is the Stone Sky live show. I know. I'm excited to see everyone's reactions too, because like a lot of people are reading it for the first time, and like so many big reveals happen in this book, and like it's good. It's gonna be fun. Oh, interesting. That is very interesting. Okay. Good question. What is your favorite? Ooh, let me look at my spreadsheet and sort by
Ooh.
author, ethnicity. And Michelle, maybe, do you have any?
Trying to see, like, I haven't read a lot of native lit this year, unfortunately.
I mean, we kind of have. We did like all the romance read-along books.
Yeah, I don't know. That feels like so long ago.
Oh, I read Firekeeper's Daughter early this year. That was very good.
I'm reading that this month.
Okay.
For the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge. This is a group book. And then I'm also reading it for the Feminist AF book club.
Awesome.
And I'm only 100 pages in, so I haven't finished it yet.
Oh,
but
and
that's why I totally forgot about those books.
Okay. Yeah, I've had a few like very good like 5-star-ish books. So okay, so I'll tell you my favorite ones that I've read. I'm not going to give you one, but Firekeeper's Daughter, loved it. I gave that one 5 stars. A Lot's Away by Darcy Little Badger I read this year. Loved that. You can also check out our Lives for All our romance read-along shows things because a lot of those were good, but I won't talk about those here. My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. Loved it. And The Road Home by Christina Berry. Very, very good.
That was like the musical one, right? That you were telling me about?
That was, that's the one where the main character is a Cherokee guy in a heavy metal band, and he gets together with a girl who does roller derby. It's great.
Oh.
It's very good. It's very steamy also. Like if you want like good steamy scenes, this one. Yes. The good one.
For me, it would be
nice. This is great, Kim.
Seducing His Secret Wife. I like that one.
I liked that one too.
I liked Jojo McCoon's The Used to Be Best Friend. It's a kid's book. It's like a second grade chapter book. I loved it. I really liked Rain Is Not My Indian Name by Cynthia Smith. I also really enjoyed Sanctified by Maggie Blackbird. That was one of my favorites.
That was a really good one.
And yeah, I think that's like 4 or 5 at least.
I think that's awesome. There's been some really good ones this year. Oh, yay.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice.
Great. I love it. Lakota Woman. Okay. Awesome. Lots of Way was really good. And I liked A Snake Falls to Earth too. It's very different.
That's what I heard.
It's very, very different. Like the style is very different. It's like I liked it, but you kind of got to take your time with it. And it's the ending is a bit much. Like I think it should have just leaned into being this slow, thoughtful book, and then at the end it tries to do like too much stuff. And I was like, this is a little convoluted. But I did like it. It was fun.
Do you think she was like setting up for a sequel or something?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess she could do a sequel if she really wanted to, but I don't feel like it doesn't. No.
It would feel weird.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Author The Road Home. This is by Christina Berry, which I have somewhere if I can find it over here. I don't know where it is. Oh wait, I found it. Okay. Since I'm next to my romance bookshelf, The Road Home by Christina Berry. It's really good. Like two broken people finding love. Also, I will say this. I am not usually the biggest fan of books where like the couple starts sleeping together right away. However, so like when I was first reading this book, I was like, I don't know, it's like this casual hiccup thing. But she came for my feelings by the end of this book, because it was definitely the sort of thing where like they casually start hooking up at the beginning, and by the end they like are in love with each other, and they've had to take down their walls and like are dealing with their past trauma, and like, oh, it's so good. Anyway,
Oh my gosh, I love
I
that.
it was
Two
very good.
broken people just coming
Ah,
together.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So would recommend. Oh, cool. Talk to
Oh
me, the
yeah,
short story
somebody,
horror anthology.
Ursula got
Okay.
me that. It's like 200 and something pages.
Yeah, that's awesome. I rarely annotate my books, if I'm being honest. Like, I probably much more frequently will annotate nonfiction than fiction. I did annotate the hell out of House of Leaves, but that was very different. So
I personally really love annotation. I did do some for, what was that? Oh, I did some for Apple in the Middle, but I didn't put any tabs in it. I just kind of underlined stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite books, but now I notice that there's like some clunky things in there, but like I still love Don Quigley no matter what. Like,
yeah. Yes, the series for this is Lost in Austen. I don't think a lot of them have they're not all Indigenous characters, but this one is but the author is Cherokee. I will say, like, if you like, because I've seen her advertise some of her other romances that she writes, and like some of the stuff she writes is like, if you like darker romance or like kinkier romance, she does a lot of that. So maybe check out some of her other backlist if that's something you are looking for.
that sounds like a good time, honestly.
So yeah. No, this was very, very good. I'm glad I read it. Cool. I don't know. Do we have anything else? Do we have plans at this point for anything? I don't know. We'll probably end up on Kim's channel for something, and then I don't know.
Yeah, we have to talk it over.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us. We will let you know.
I had a great time.
Yeah, me too. This was fun. I'm glad we brought it back. We'll occasionally bring back the Indigenous romance read-along, and maybe next we get Kim. You can like adopt the hashtag if you like as well on your channel if you want, and you can just move it over there sometimes. It'll be good. So have a good night, everybody, and we will see you again later. Happy Native American Heritage Month, and hope you
yeah, my punk post went up today.
Awesome. Yay. I'm glad you guys like them. Yeah. So go follow Michelle for more stuff and read more Indigenous books this month.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.